Today we decided to do something really different, and that is basically to program our ultimate Saturday morning lineup. And the way we decided to do this is Matthew from his era was going to choose the shows that he wanted to choose. I was going to choose mine from like not just from my childhood, but from stuff that I would want to see programmed. Now Saturday morning was still a big thing back in my day, and even in Matthew's day. You ran early in the morning to get up to watch the cartoons on Saturday. Unfortunately, my daughter, who's right here behind the camera, she's
off camera right now.
so we're going to do basically a 6 or 7 to 12 o'clock time slot with afternoon movie, and we've each done our list. Our daughter has seen both of mine and Matthew's list. Mine and Matthew have not seen each other's list, and our daughter did her.
Because it's mainly a debate between Matthew and Dad's and whose is better. And at the end of the video, I get to declare whose lineup I think is better.
Or each hour is
better. I do think one of yours is better.
Do you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so ready? Let's go with. So we're going to start. Do you have the 6 o'clock on yours?
Yes, I have 6 and 6:30, which are the same. It's a back-to-back of the Flintstones because you can't have one without another episode right after.
So Cassandra starts with the 6 to 6:30 with the Flintstones time slot, and that time slot. And Matthew?
Oh, I'm doing mine? Well, I thought about how, in my time, teens would be getting up that early to see, like, things, and they'd want to see the more, the adulter things, and they'd want to see the more out there things. So I chose an anime 2-block for 6 and 6:30, which kind of flows into 7 and 7:30, but slightly different. Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Yu Hakusho.
Good choices, actually. For me, I went for like adults are up watching stuff with kids and that, and a lot of times, especially early in the mornings, I know when I was young that's how it went, and there would usually be a live action show. Usually in the night you'd have a lot of these Quinn Martin detective shows and stuff like that, but by morning time there'd be kind of a cool live action show, and it shows the 1966 Tarzan series with Ron Ely, shot in Mexico, lots of great special effects, really kind of action filled. Kids could get into it. There's lots of animals. Adults will love it, and it's just kind of a throwback, and it's a really nice comfort food for early in the morning. So now we're going from 7 to 8. So 7 and 7:30.
7 and 7:30 is I actually have an hour-long show, and that's the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show.
Classic. Bugs Bunny and Tweety is a classic idea.
Yeah, it's like really good for like with breakfast.
Matthew's went a little different, back on the whole, like, early morning anime thing, but noting that the girls would be getting up at this time, doing their hair wash and stuff. I have in 7 and 7:30 Card Captors, or Card Captor Sakura, and
love that show.
What? Yeah. And Sailor Moon.
Ah, I knew you said I'm gonna.
Yeah. Originally, I had it paired up Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, but when I realized that we could go up to 6, I was like, the first 4 shows are going to be these goddamn animes.
I decided to go with some classic stuff. Yeah, a lot of kids are up around this time. I know I recently visited my sister. My niece gets up extremely early watching stuff. Like, basically, she's 7 years old. And, you know, I'd get up with her later on. I'm sure not quite. But she get the colors. But I chose the Looney Tunes show, the half-hour version. And I chose for 7:30 Disney Cartoon Classics. Basically, you get a lot of Mickey, Donald, Goofy, stuff like that. And it's the stuff, you know, if the...
You're starting... I'm like the oddball in the group right now. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do Flintstones like Disney Cartoon Classic. Sailor Moon and Card Capture Sakura.
Yeah. So if the kids are still at home watching this, that's the time. You know, this is awesome stuff to get up with. And either way, you know, it's classic cartoons. From 8 to 8:30.
8 and 8:30, I have A Pup Named Scooby-Doo at 8.
Good show.
And I have at 8:30 The Perils of Penelope Pitstop.
Excellent classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Hanna-Barbera needs to be on there somewhere. I think I've got some here. Yeah, I do.
Matthew, going out. Now people are getting up. They're going to want something cool, relaxing for the morning. They're going to want some Disney stuff. So they're going to start out with their Weekenders at 8.
Good cartoon.
And then they're going to move into a personal favorite of mine and kind of my answer to your Looney Tunes and your Disney classics ones. Disney's House of Mouse. I love House of Mouse.
House of Mouse is good.
I like House of Mouse.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a good show. It's a good choice. I went in a different way. I chose for 8 o'clock. I wanted, because you get the last of the little kids, and you get kind of like that in between spot. People are out, they're getting the cereal, so they're not really watching. not like truly watching this
The
point.
White House of Mouse is perfect.
And so I chose the Smurfs for 8 o'clock. And after that, I chose the classic Saturday morning cartoon show that I think should be on everybody's list in some way or another.
Disney's House of Mouse.
And that's Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The classic Scooby-Doo series.
That one, I, like, when Dad said it, because I wrote down both of the things, I was there, like, making them with them, but they don't know each other's. So when Dad was like, that one, I was like, oh, that is perfect. That is a punch in the face.
That was one of my biggies.
We'll see.
So now from 9 to 9:30, Cass.
Not at 9, I have Spider-Man, the 67.
The rough backseat edition, Spider-Man, yeah.
And at 9:30, I have the Challenge of Super Friends.
Excellent
This is
cartoons.
going to be a bit of a thing because I don't have a 9 to 9:30. I have a 9 and then a 9:30 to 10.
Okay, so do your 9. Was it one big show?
It's 9 is Gargoyles. It's my transition show between the Disney and what's going to be the last portion of my show. Because the first start was like anime for the people getting up early, some like calming 8.
Okay, so
to
even
9.
though 9:30 and stuff goes with the other stuff, is it a different program? Is there a different show from 9:30 to 10?
Yeah, it's a different show.
Okay, so what's the 9:30 show?
It's Sonic X actually.
Sonic
It
X.
goes side by side with another thing that used to go side by side with it in my head.
So for me, 9 to 9:30, I've got a combination. It's the
Did you forget
Super
9
Friends. What, 9 o'clock? No. For 9 o'clock, it's the Super Friends Legendary Superpowers and the Galactic Guardians.
Yeah.
Basically be seeing episodes from both of those shows. For me, the prime really cool Super Friends shows, along with Challenge, which were the 3 best of the Super Friends shows. And in 9:30, I wanted to do something really cool and really different. So this would be, and this happened when I was a kid a lot, where you'd have one spot where they'd have a different show every week, and they'd kind of rotate it.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it's a He-Man, She-Ra.
That was a part of the rules. All right, whatever.
It's a He-Man, She-Ra,
Well,
Thundercats
The
transitional.
rules didn't
So
clearly
every
state about what you had to put in
Every week there would be you'd either have
The
a
way I thought
He-Man,
about it was-
She-Ra, Thundercats, and it would be like every week you would not know which was coming on, or you'd say, okay, I want to watch He-Man, and I hope He-Man's coming on this week. So it would be kind of like that kind of like a kind of an animation sweet spot for people that really like that stuff. 10 to 10:30.
10 to 10:30, it's a girl block. I have She-Ra at 10 and
Excellent.
Gem at 10:30.
Excellent choices.
For me, I'm going to have to go back to 9:30 because once again I have the 9:30-10 block. 9:30 is Sonic X, which I mentioned before.
Yeah.
10 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2003 series.
Okay, good one.
Yes.
Not the classic, but good.
Oh, it's better. It's much better.
Like a,
The 10 is actually a transition. 10:30 is a transition show, so I'll mention it now. And I'm gonna watch Dad as he weeps a bit.
Oh,
What,
this,
you
yes.
hit me the 10:30 show.
Well, no, she did the 10:30 show.
Oh, well, 10.
10:30.
Oh, that's what we're doing now.
You
10
guys did 10 to 10:30.
Yeah,
Mine
right.
was a 9:30, 10 block.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was just explaining Sonic X again, going with TNT.
Yeah.
The
What's the
10:30
second?
I have, the transition show.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent
yeah.
choice. Live action choice.
A punch in the face.
It's a good one. That's one of my shows. But what I chose, and I'm very proud of this one actually,
You can-
because this is marketing animation perfect. Because you're at that perfect time for that. And my 10 o'clock show was G.I. Joe, the
Oh,
series, followed at 10:30 by Transformers.
Yeah, that
The
makes sense.
the slot that you're watching. Kids are buying these cartoons. They're watching that. They're having their It's after the cereal time. They're hyped up. They're on their sugar. G.I. Joe, Transformers is amazing for that slot. Okay.
See, Matthew was like a punch in the face with Power Rangers because Dad really loves Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But Dad's kind of got a punch in the face because the flow of the shows is very, very well done.
What with that?
Yeah.
I think my flow is pretty good as well. Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Sonic
like,
X
okay.
did come before
Uh,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back when I was a kid.
So 11 to 11:30.
At 11, I have Robotech.
Excellent.
And 11:30, I have Tales of the Crypt Keeper.
Great show and great choice because it brings
Yeah.
adults and kids in for lunchtime.
Yeah.
And Matthew, thinking about what kids would be doing with their toys after this.
Oh yeah.
Did,
that was really good. Matthew.
11 is Justice League.
Cool.
/ Justice League Unlimited because we'll have to do secondary shows. I thought about
Yeah, that's
this
good.
one would flow into Justice League Unlimited and Dragon Ball Z would flow into GT. And 11:30 is Batman Beyond.
Great one.
Oh yeah.
But I have better.
Okay. Here we go.
Yes.
And I start
see.
11 with Jim. Jem was the perfect show for girls. Guys could watch it too, and it was just one of those fun cult hit shows. And 11:30, I chose Robotech because it's kind of the perfect ending. It's a guy show and a girl show. There's no, it's very ambiguous on who can watch Robotech. It spans the generations. It's a later show. There's kind of some more adult themes, but there has some like kind of kid stuff in it too. Just a really cool show to kind of end off your animation with and to get you outside and get you excited. You want to go playing. You can play, you watch Jem, you watch G.I. Joe, Robotech. You're going outside now and you're excited. But maybe something's going to keep you inside. Maybe you want to watch the afternoon movie.
Yeah.
Cass, what was your afternoon movie?
My afternoon movie was My Neighbor Totoro.
Great movie. Neighbor Totoro is a fantastic film.
Mine was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The original?
Yeah, the 1990s.
Okay. And mine was...
Matthew, this.
Big, horror hosts were big in the afternoon when I was young. And one of the most famous of all, of course, is Zachary. So I would have Zachary's Shock Theater, and for this week, he would be showing the Ray Harryhausen classic, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. Great special effects. And one annotation into mine is that from the 7 to 9 period, in between, this happened in the 80s, so they used to do this, in between the cartoons and that would show and the commercials, there would be bumpers. And the bumpers there'd be bumpers.
Well, you put in little bumpers.
Yes,
too.
I would have Fleischer Brothers cartoon bumpers, like so it could be Popeye, Coco the Clown, Betty Boop. There'd be like from the 7 to 9 slot, and then from the 10:30 to 12 slot, there'd be kind of like classic music video bumpers, things like Michael Jackson and stuff like that. Just like kind of just different cool Katy Perry little bumpers that you would put in between the shows that would help offset prices and stuff like that. That is our ultimate Saturday morning lineup. I challenge anyone out there to please do a response video to this. We would love to see it. And let us know what you thought of each of our lists and what you thought of the flow and stuff like that. I think between 3 of our lists, we have some of the best stuff out there, and with lots of stuff that we missed as well.
I think there should be more debate about this.
Oh, and this is where Cass puts in her.
I am going to say I, as a kid, did not get Saturday morning and afternoon cartoons because when I can remember watching TV, I didn't watch a lot of TV. I would watch like one episode of like Dora and then run outside. But when Dad and Matthew were kids,
we had the Saturday morning thing, and you know what?
So
your response to this is going to come as our next video when you're going to be on screen.
But let me say one thing. My list is not technically a list of what what your age would like. My list is technically a list of what I would like to see in a row, a mix between Dad and Matthew's ages of cartoons.
Yeah,
which is very cool.
Now, who do I like better? You'll get to hear next time
on our next video.
We'll definitely debate about this.
There's going to be a big debate on this, and it's going to be right now. We're waiting for this one to upload.
Yeah,
it's time for tea.
Oh yeah.
I don't.